I've collected a fair amount of spooky campfire stories over the years, but this one is particularly scary, so you won't want to miss this one. It's extra scary to me because I heard it from firsthand from the person that it happened to, and I don't believe that she's lying. She's not that kind of person. For the story, we'll call her name Molly, and it's someone that I worked with when I was volunteering where my dad worked, and he was coworkers with her. Now, to give you some context, she moved to Western Washington, which is where the story takes place, out in the country, not in one of the cities or anything like that. It's just out deep in the woods. It was during winter time, and so the sun would go down pretty early in the afternoon and be dark when you went home from work. And it'd be dark when you'd go to work too. And as you could expect, a lot of times in Western Washington in the winter, it's gonna be raining often. And that was the case in today's story as well, just so you have the atmosphere in your mind right. She was driving home from work and it was getting dark, and she noticed as she was looking through her headlights as she was going up and down that it was starting to rain, which isn't that unusual at all. Anyways, as she kind of rounded this corner, she saw way off in the distance what appeared to be a person on the side of the road. And as she got a little closer, it became apparent that it was actually a woman wearing a white dress, standing facing away from the road. She thought, that's so strange. I wonder if she's checking the mail. It just didn't seem like it fit. But she passed her, and she's like, there wasn't really a driveway there. And she wondered if she needed help, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to wonder. So Molly went and found one of those driveways to turn around in. And the driveways out there usually are like pretty long, like sometimes a few hundred yards all the way up to a mile long, just off the main roads. Anyway, she found one of those to turn around in. And as she started heading back, this woman was nowhere to be found. She's like, man, that is the strangest thing. Did I miss another driveway? And as she approached the area where it was, there just wasn't anything. There wasn't any driveways in that stretch of road. So she went further, wondering if she had just missed the spot. There wasn't anyone. And she went and turned around, coming back the other way, and she saw the woman in the dress again. This time she's like starting to get really pretty spooked. And this is the scary part. She drove up and she kind of slowed her car to roll her window down. This is the one that you'd have to like lean over and roll it down. She couldn't just push the button. So she leaned over and started rolling the window down. And as she was doing that, she stopped and looked up, and the woman looked into her window, and she didn't have a face. It was just this blank canvas on her face. And she didn't roll the window up. She just put her hand on the steering wheel, slammed the pedal to the metal, and just tore out of there. And as she looked in her rear view mirror, once again, there was no one there. I guess that's just the end of that story. It's real. It's one she told me. It's spooky as all get out. It's really close to where I lived. If you like this, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.